Example C, 8x squared plus 2x minus 7 divided by 2x minus 1 is an example of a division problem that's really better worked out, I would say, using the long division method, but I'm going to show you here how you can do it by synthetic division. Okay, remember we said to use synthetic division, this binomial that we're dividing by needs to have a leading coefficient of a 1. Well, since it's not a 1 and it's a 2, I'm going to have to divide every term in my problem by 2. So if I divide by 2, I would have to do that all the way across the entire problem. So I would have 8 over 2 would reduce to 4x squared. 2x over 2 would reduce to x. Negative 7 halves does not reduce, so we're going to keep it. And then this would be x minus 1 half that we're dividing by. So now, whenever I write out my coefficients, I'm going to use these. Okay, so I would have 4, 1, and negative 7 over 2. Then I would be dividing by, or actually out here multiplying by, the opposite sign of my constant, so that would be a positive 1 half. Okay, the steps are still the same. The 4 is going to be brought down, then we multiply 4 times 1 half. Okay, what is 1 half times 4? That just means you're taking half of 4, which is 2. So 1 plus 2 would be 3. 3 times 1 half, it's not going to divide evenly, but 3 times 1 half is just the same thing as 3 halves, okay, because you multiply straight across. So that would be 3 over 2. Then I have to combine negative 7 halves and positive 3 halves. Because they already have the same denominator, the 2, then I bring that denominator down. Negative 7 and positive 3 would be negative 4. And so that would actually reduce to negative 2. So this would be our remainder. I have to go back now and write out the solution. Because I began with x squared, this will begin with x. So I would have 4x plus 3. I have a negative remainder of 2, but that would be over just x minus 1 half. Okay? There is one more step you have to add on to this, because originally we were not dividing by x minus 1 half, we're dividing by 2x minus 1. So with my remainder only, I have to multiply that 2 back in that I divided by. Okay, so if I multiply everything by 2, that would give me a negative 4 over 2 times x would be 2x, and 2 times negative 1 half would be negative 1. And so we have to put that, whatever you divided by, multiply it back into your remainder only. And I think I left my 3 out here, didn't I? Yeah. Okay, so our answer would be 4x plus 3 plus negative 4 over 2x minus 1. Hopefully you will not have many like this. Most of the problems on the homework should be dividing by those binomials that only have a coefficient of a 1. But I did want to give you this one just in case that shows up. Okay, let's look at a few more examples. 4x cubed plus 11x squared minus 8x minus 10, all divided by x plus 3. So again, is this polynomial in the right order? Yes. Okay, so I'm going to list my coefficients: 4, 11, negative 8, and negative 10. And then we're dividing by x plus 3, so I'm just going to change the sign and make that a negative 3. Draw a horizontal bar, and then bring down the first term. So the 4 is brought down, and you start multiplying. 4 times negative 3 is negative 12. 11 combined with negative 12 would be negative 1. Negative 1 times negative 3 is positive 3. Negative 8 and positive 3 would be negative 5. Negative 5 times negative 3 is a positive 15. Negative 10 and positive 15 gives me a remainder of 5. So that's my remainder. Look at what your highest exponent is, which was x cubed. That means my answer will be 4x squared. Okay, one less than the original, minus 1x minus 5. You should always end up with this constant that does not have a variable attached to it, plus 5 over x plus 3, your remainder over what you are dividing by.